Ave Quirites. Today we will examine the area of the Imperial Fora, how it looks today, and how it appeared in antiquity, in the 4th century New Era. We will also take a closer look at how the famous street Via dei Fori Imperiali crosses this district. This has gained new relevance, as work is currently underway to complete the dismantling of the remains of Via Alessandrina. I will show you the 5 Imperial Fora, as they currently appear in my project. The 3D reconstruction work is not yet complete. New details and corrections will be added. Nevertheless, the main part of the work is done, allowing us to get an idea of what this place looked like in antiquity. For each forum, I will show its present-day appearance, its integration with the section of Via dei Fori Imperiali, and its ancient appearance. Now we will fly over all the Fora from east to west, from the Basilica of Maxentius to Trajan's column. Then we will move on to a more detailed examination of each of the Fora. Forum of Caesar was the first of the Imperial Fora, built and dedicated by Gaius Julius Caesar in 46 before New Era. The forum consisted of a square surrounded by a colonnade and was directly adjacent to the northern facade of the Curia Julia, which faced the Forum Romanum with its southern facade. The temple of Venus Genetrix stood in the Forum. This goddess was considered the legendary ancestor of the Julian family. Here we see the temple as it appeared in the 4th century New Era, after its major reconstruction and restoration under Diocletian and Maxentius. The Second Imperial Forum was built under Augustus and dedicated in 2nd before New Era. The Forum Square was surrounded by porticos, where numerous statues of Rome's great statesmen stood. At the center stood the magnificent temple of Mars Ultor, Avenger, which housed the recovered military standards lost by Crassus and Mark Antony in the Parthian campaigns. This forum was built by Emperor Vespasian and dedicated in 75 CE. At its center was the Temple of Peace, which housed trophies from the Jerusalem Temple. Because of this temple, the Forum was also known as the Forum of Peace or Templum Pacis. It also contained a public library, lecture halls and porticos filled with numerous works of art. In the early 3rd century CE, a marble plan of Rome, the Forma Urbis, was added to one of its walls. It was the smallest of the Imperial Fora, and was built under Domitian. It housed the temple of Minerva, whom Domitian considered his patron deity. However, the forum was officially dedicated under his successor, Emperor Nerva, in 97th CE. It was also called the Forum Transitorium, passageway forum, because it connected the busy Ergiletum street with the Forum Romanum. The ruins of the Temple of Minerva stood until the 17th century, before being dismantled for building materials. And now, the largest and most luxurious of the Imperial Fora, built by Emperor Trajan using the spoils from the conquest of Dacia in commemoration of that victory. The architect was Apollodorus of Damascus, and the forum was dedicated in 113 CE. It was adorned with richly decorated porticos, featuring statues of defeated Dacians, portraits of Roman military commanders, and standards of victorious legions. At its center stood the Basilica Ulpia with a gilded roof. And here is the Trajan's column still standing, famous for its sculptural relief depicting the key events of the Dacian Wars. To the north of the forum stood a temple dedicated to the deified Trajan and his wife Plotina, which was likely built under his successor, Emperor Hadrian. On either side of the column were two library buildings, one Greek, one Latin. To conclude, here are two more epic views. The first one is a flight over the Fora from west to east, with the Colosseum, the Basilica of Maxentius and the Colossus Solis in the background. The second one is a panoramic view of the Imperial Fora from the roof of the Curia Julia. Thank you, stay with us, and we will relive the history together.